to a game 3 here. That is a GG. That is the GG. One apiece, folks. One apiece. Durk is up 1. SnrPlat has 1. It is tied. This is the decider. How are you guys feeling about this one? Our early ban phase takes out the Noxlotl. Durk is taking out the Scunch, and we have our first selection from SnrPlat before Durk responds with 2 selections of their own. Looking at that Yowler, which that Yowler survived a lot longer than it was supposed to, and it should have. That Hibernate and the Embers, that was a crazy play. Some of these predictions and reads you'll only be able to see from our top players here. Taru is on in. Double selection coming in from Durk here. Clock is running down a little bit. Selections are going to be huge as to what we're about to see. Clock is running down to about 30 seconds here. Durk has 2 selections to make. Tataru and we got Minotaur teaming up with the Tataru. SnrPlat winning game 1, Durk winning game 2. Don't count out Durk just yet. We got Tyrannak in with joining the Tataru, and now we have our next ban that's going to be coming up. Dolzy is going to be taking the ban here. Dolzy made a lot of plays last time on the Gaialis. Things like the 2 Rock, the Grandpa, and the Volaren. So Dolzy poses a huge threat to the Tems of Durk. Next ban is coming on in from SnrPlat's side. Has about 20 seconds to decide it, though. Is it going to be the Tyrannak? So the Grandpa poses Turbo Geography threat too, so that's actually a really good play on SnrPlat's side. Turbo Geography could have been set up with both Tataru and things like 2 Rock could have been there for the synergy as well. Gaialis is in. 2 Rock is joining. We have 1 selection from Durk here before SnrPlat brings in the final 2 on their lane. Tyrannak is in. Tyrannak on both fields. Tataru on both fields. The Yowler has returned to us. And finally, the Calibus is in to go fight that Tyrannak. The final selection from Durk before our match begins is either going to be a Volaren or a Gaialis. We never got to see the Volaren the last couple of games. We've only seen the Gaialis. Let's find out what Volaren is going to bring to the table if it comes in. Volaren has some pretty good options here. Both the traits are fairly useful depending on the team that you're using. But it does not matter how useful they are because Gaialis is chosen instead, and our match has begun. Tataru and Tyrannak versus Tataru and Minotaur. A couple of synergies are around here. Minotaur's Rusher is going to be negated due to the Tyrannax's Intimidator. It's going to be huge for slowing that Minotaur down, especially if it wants to swap. If it decides it wants to swap, then that means that it'll take the -2 the -2 speed there. -2 speed is going to be huge on the Minotaur side there. It'll be absolutely massive. The real question is Minotaur going to just stay in instead and not take the -2 speed? That's the real question. I have no idea how this is going to be played out, though. And it doesn't look like, they know either. It's all going to come down to a prediction game here, actually, because, it really depends on how they decide they want to play this out. That clock has already been run down from the minute 30 to the 40-second lane, or the 40-second marker. Rusher does not end up rocking because Intimidator is in existence. So the -2 speed was never there. Extra energy slam coming on in. Brightening takes over the resistance badge. Tyrannak has bait, as we've seen in previous matches. Embers over to the Tataru to burn it and keep it there for a little bit of damage. Tyrannak with the turn 1 of bait there. Tataru is on in. Calibus comes on in. The major slash coming on over to the Tyrannak lane here. Big damage. Major slash also seen onto the Calibus side here. Meteor Swarm going to be hitting the other two. Calibus is down to about 50%. Tataru down to about the 77% mark. It's going to be a very close game. There's no real telling who's going to win this one. 2Rock is on in. Is a Turbo Choreography coming? Perfect jab coming to 2Rock. I'm back. What did I miss? We had one takeout, or sorry, one swap. Swap from the 2Rock to the Turbo Choreography. Strangle to the 2Rock. Both Calibus and 2Rock are unable to move. Thank you. Yeah, no problems. My apologies on the ad there. I don't have any control on it, sadly. Want you and Twitch to prosper, but the timing sucks. That's my deepest apologies. I unfortunately cannot control it. I have zero control on it whatsoever. Tataru is a little bit OX'd here, it looks like. Gyalis is on in. Calibus and Tyrannak. Tyrannak has the fire options on Gyalis here. So Tyrannak is going to be a little bit slower, of course. Major slash coming on in. There was no OX on Tataru, but it definitely will be OX now. After that major slash, Tyrannak is going to live it. The hook kick comes to the Tyrannak, and Tyrannak gets taken down with the double from both Gyalis and Tataru. Toxic Ink is coming on over to the Tataru lane here. It gets hit and poisoned. Won't be able to move next turn. Tatarus are everywhere. Tatarus are everywhere. The revolving door of Tatarus around here. We may see a swap from Durk on the Tataru here because the poison won't kill it, and the speed +3 could come into play later on. Poison is only going to take about 12% of HP off, leaving it with about 7% remaining. So the speed could come into play at a later time, and that is indeed the play. It's so entertaining that you're watching TemTem instead of playing TemTem. It's really, really, really entertaining to watch the high players compete at a level like this. I don't blame you at all. I got an hour of sleep, and I woke up at 8:30 a.m. to be here. I can assure you, I am just equally excited, if not more. A lot to learn off these players. A lot to learn off these players. I don't know if you guys knew this. While we have a moment in time, the official Play TemTem channel is streaming right now. If you guys haven't tossed some love at all, make sure to go ahead and do so. They're actually rebroadcasting between 3 different people tonight. They're going to be broadcasting Mr. Rishi, Kareem, and also myself. So, on the playback of VODs, you'll be able to see a couple of moments in time where we got to share some commentating. Helicopter kick coming to the Tyrannac and also to the Gyalis here. Crystal Bite to Gyalis. Stone Ball coming over to Gyalis and takes it out. With that takeout, we have 2 rock getting replaced. Fake Beard is not going to be able to proc here because of the Tyrannac. However, 2 rock is definitely, like we mentioned, a bird of prey from earlier. It has the +3 speed. Its defense is down by 2 due to the Tataru's perfect jab earlier. Makes the 2 rock definitely a glass cannon here. The 2 rocks are also very, very healthy when it comes to the high HP that they have. Even with a -2 defense, 2 rock is still a threat to consider, even if it takes some physical damage. Rockfall coming on over to the Tataru and also the Yowler. With the synergy, it burns them both. Held Anger coming on over to the 2 rock for some pretty big damage. Here comes the Outgrowth, and this is where things get dangerous. Because now both Tataru and Yowler are both hit. They both lose 20% of their stamina, and they are both trapped for the next turn. Along with that Rockfall synergy from 2 rock, they're both burned as well. So they can't swap, and their attacks are also lowered by 30% on this next turn coming up. Both attack and special attack get lowered by 30% when you're burned. It is a huge thing to consider. Especially since Yowler and Tataru both don't have any stat boost to them whatsoever. It allows for the 2 rock to swap to the Minotaur here. Let's see how safe it is. Major Slash coming on over to the Tyrannac here, and Tyrannac does get taken out, even with that 30% to consider. Yowler decides to take the Toughen instead. It goes up 4 defense. The burn is enough to take out the Tataru. It takes out 6% of the HP. 1 in 16th HP is how burn applies. It is enough to take out the Tataru. And all of a sudden, we are down to 3 apiece on each side. Calibus on in, Tataru on in. This is a very, very close match. This is a very close match. It really might hire him for future. This is only my 2nd time doing it. So I'm bound to make mistakes. That's what we're here for, right? Make mistakes and learn. Lots of people cheering on SNR. SNR has a lot of support on their side here. Tataru has a +3 speed. Turok is +3. We do have the potential of black hole synergy though. This is the most TemTem base is watching the 5 months. True. True. Base is actually getting excited and it's making me happy. It is very intense. It is very intense. You stick in players of this caliber. There's the black hole synergy like we were expecting to the Yowler. Gonna be ×2 damage and also reset the Yowler's toughen from earlier. Hey, what's up, Meta? How you doing? Hello, hello. Good to see you. Minotaur's adrenaline shot. Get your eye on Alley in the winner's brackets. Gonna have to go watch their game after. So we'll go spectate them after. This one's just too good to peel your eyes away from. Always fun to watch someone who's significantly better than you. That's what I'm getting out of this. I'm learning a lot here. You know, you learn a lot of predictions, you learn swaps, that sort of thing. We already finished second round, so we might need to wait until third. Oh my god. That was fast. There's a lot of difficulty facing here. The clock is actually running down all the way to the wire. That's how intense the pressure is affecting both these players here. Calibus is going to get taken out with the Pisa blow and the turbine. The clinch is coming over to the Turok. Is it enough? Just barely enough to take out the Bird of Prey Turok. Dialis is on in. Tataru is on in. The low HP Tataru, but speedy. Speaking of speed, Minotaur's Rusher is going to be proccing with the swap in here. Tataru has Major Slash and the potential of Stone Ball. We're down to our final 2, folks. We're down to our final 2. I can't... I don't know. My heart is beating out of my chest here. Can't they just both move on? I can't imagine the pressure that these two are feeling right now, especially with just 5 seconds on the clock here. This is really close. Sharp stabs with the Prio to Tataru is enough to outspeed it. Oh no. Black Hole coming to the Yowler. Is it going to be a bigger hit than last time because of the Toughen being erased? It's enough to take out the Yowler. Now here comes the issue. How is Minotaur going to take out a Gaialis? Hasty lunge to Gaialis. OX. Crystal Bite coming to Minotaur. That's ×4. That's enough to do the match. Gaialis ends up clutching it out. SnrPlat takes the win with the Gaialis. That was a lot. That was a lot.